and welcome back to Stitchcraft. My name is Mary, the Stitchcraft Queen, and today is Thursday? Friday. November 14th of 2025. It's been a hot minute. Not actually, because I forgot. I filmed week 37, and little girl came out about 4 days later. She's right here. She just went down for a sleep, for a nap. Finally, we're in week 3 of postpartum, so she's starting to get a little bit more fussy because she's waking up for longer periods of time now. But we'll go all into that in a different video I'll be making probably today, actually, if I have the time and energy. But anyways, I wanted to get on and do a little video. I was feeling good enough today. My husband has to work from home for a couple days while they're doing a big update, so I have a little bit of time. But yeah, so we will get started. In this one too, I'm mainly going to be talking about just yarny stuff, unlike in previous ones where I've kind of been doing both yarny and pregnancy stuff. I will be doing a separate video on the 3rd trimester and everything for that. And then my labor, delivery, and postpartum, I'll do a combined video for all of kind of that and what we've been experiencing and going through. So if you want more of that stuff, look forward to a different video that will be coming out shortly. But anyways, let's get on into it. So first project is my Hue, I've been calling it my Hue Local blanket, but it is the Anthology Throw. I forgot who made it. But last time I had 1, 2, 3, it was like 5-ish colors left, 4 or 5 colors left, it looks like, in the Hue Loco Advent to add on. And then I was debating whether I was going to add additional colors that I had that went with the Advent. And so I guess I can show it now. Here it is. It's getting nice and big. I had to actually join. It's gonna be hard to see it all. I had to join 2 needles together because I finally did the last increase, and for the last increase you have over 1,000 stitches, and so it is huge. Let me see, where did my marker go? There it is. So last time I was all the way down here, and then it was about 500 stitches per row until we get to this yellow. And so the Hue Loco Advent ends right somewhere in this cream. It's about right there is where it ends, about 4 rows above. You can see there's still kind of a little bit of that color in there. And then I decided, I had purchased a while ago, I was going to get into stranded color work, especially, what do they call it, doodling, and try some doodle cowls out. So I got from Yarnaceous Fibers a couple of their kits. One of them was, I believe it was a floral, like it was like the floral kit or something, and then the other one was the Arctic kit. And I went through and I picked out all but I think 3 of the colors that I thought went really well, and so we started with the cream, and I've been doing about, so each of the skeins is 50 grams, whereas the Hue Local colors were 20 grams, so I decided to do 40 grams about of each of the colors. So like this is the leftover from the Arctic, or I think this one was the Arctic cowl. It was the Arctic or floral one, like I said. And there were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 colors total that I picked out. I decided to, because the fade goes from dark to light, I decided to start light, and I will be going kind of through the rainbow back to dark. And so I made it to the green. Really funny story because of how my bag right here was set up. In the bottom I have, oops, there's another one. But in the bottom I have all of them caked up. And on top of, anyways, on top of the ones that are currently caked, I had the 4 other ones that I have finished, these 4 colors caked up as well. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 colors. Making sure it wasn't 5. Postpartum mom brain now. It's worse than pregnancy brain sometimes, I feel like. Um, but anyways, I had those caked up, and the blanket like would not even like fit in the bag because there's just so much yarn that I was going to add on top of it. And so I decided, um, well, I didn't decide, but I was telling Cece when she was still in my belly, I'm like, please just let me get through the like to the green, please, so that I can like put this in the bag. And what do you know? I made it right to the green. I did 2 rounds on what was it? It would have been Saturday night, I believe. Yeah, it was on this couch. We had just gotten our couch. I can kind of show you. Look, it's a nice blue couch. It's kind of messy and disgusting right now. Well, the couch itself isn't messy, but everything on it is, just because we've been living that, postpartum newborn life. Um, but I had told Cece when she was still in my belly, I was like, I really want to make it to the green. Please don't come till the color change happens. And I did, and she was a very good girl and waited till then. So, anyways, this one's kind of on hold just because it's so big. Um, it's kind of hard because I just want to hold her all the time because she's just the sweetest thing ever. We love her so much. But anyways, this one's kind of on hold for a second until I can get kind of my bearings again, and she is a little bit older. But it's nice because now I actually just got this. This is the Solly wrap. I just got this morning. I knew I wanted a baby wear from when she was, really small in my tummy. And we ended up getting the Maybe, it's like Maybe Baby Carrier or whatever. I forget the exact name of it. They just have one carrier. That's the carrier we got, but it's designed for babies 7 pounds and above, and she came out at under 7 pounds. She was 6 pounds and 13 ounces. And then obviously, I mean, if you don't know, babies lose a little bit of weight at the beginning because they have been soaking in the amniotic fluid. And so kind of all of that, they lose water weight, just like I lost a lot of water weight too, postpartum. And so she's gaining all that back. She is only about 1 ounce away from being back at her birth weight, thank goodness. We are breastfeeding, so it's taking a little bit longer than formula fed babies. And she's just a very sleepy baby, which has been great. So we like that. But it is an issue, and it comes to feeding sometimes because she'll just fall asleep. But anyways, we couldn't use that right off the bat, so I just ended up getting the Solly wrap. And technically, yes, this wrap is for babies 8 pounds and above, but I was reading a lot online, doing a lot of research, and everyone said if you want to baby wear your sub 7 pound baby, and a lot of preemie moms especially were using this wrap. So really small babies, they said to go with like the Solly wrap or the Moby wrap or a woven wrap. I really wanted a woven one, but they are very expensive and they could not get here in a day. And I was really wanting to baby wear. So anyways, this just got here this morning and it's been lovely. So hopefully if this works out and she likes it enough, then we can start, knitting a little bit more again, which would be nice. But anyway, so that is the Hue Local blanket. I did finish all the Advent except for the big main skein. That one will be used for the border, so we are saving that one for a little ways. Yeah, and see, it still doesn't even fit in the bag. You can't even see it. I have to kind of squish it in a little bit. Even when I fold it nicely, it does not want to fit just because it is so big right now. Which I'm very happy with my choice to add more yarn because now it's going to be bigger. So yeah, there it is. Doesn't fit super well. Okay, project number 2. That's right, I have a second project. And I didn't get a ton of progress done on this one because I kind of only started on it. I hope it's a little stuck. Hold on. What are you stuck on? On the snap. There you go. Yeah, I only started working on this one. It was like 2 days ago. And the first day I only did 2 rounds. And yesterday I wanted to work on it for longer, but then baby girl was fussy. Bibi, can you sit? Bibi, sit. Thank you. Go girl. Sorry, BB's been attention starved because, which we knew was gonna happen, because all of our attention, has been on our little baby, which is how it should be. But she wants a little more attention now, huh? You have been so tired though, because babies kept you up all night, and so finally last night, we got to sleep a little longer, or at least a little more consistently, because she wasn't up at every single hour of the night. And so the girls also then got a little more sleep. Anyways, so here's the other project I've been working on, my husband's socks. Yeah, I did, it's only 10 to 15 rounds. Move, BB. Thank you. But I picked this one up because I was itching to knit again. Really, it was about a week ago, but I kind of put it off just because, again, we wanted to spend as much time with the little one as possible and just hold her and love her. But I was also really itching to knit, and so I was like, I think that if I get my husband's socks out, I can hold her with the boppy, hold her on the boppy, and knit, and it's been working. So I did this a little bit yesterday. I wanted to do more yesterday, but she was a little fussy. Actually, she was really fussy for most of the day. It was kind of her first fussy day, but kind of hard to see. But there I was right there. I only did about 15 rounds total between the 2 days I worked on it, but that is like about an inch, and so that's nice. I did measure with my sock measurer, my sock ruler, I guess. I am about halfway on this sock to where I need to be for my husband's socks, which is nice. So yes, I'm excited to, continue with these. So this will probably be the one that I get done first over my blanket, which is fine. They're both on my, get done projects list. This one's going to stay down here with me though, so. And then the other sock of his I didn't touch. I still just finished the heel flap on that one, and so that one is it's really short, really tiny, but we'll get to that one later. All right, that is all of my works in progress. We had 2 this week, which was nice. I was really surprised about how much I got done on my Hue Loco blanket. I didn't think that I would be able to get that much done. I did want a little bit more, but then the labor and delivery happened, and I will share all about that in a different video. Okay, yarny things that came in the mail. Let's grab them. Okay, so first of all are the buttons that I got. They're super cute. Ugh. They are handmade in, I'm gonna totally mispronounce this, Glenarm in the County Antrim, which is in Ireland. And the packaging's so cute. It literally says, using this may cause extreme luck of the Irish, which I love. Super cute card. There's pleasure in the pathless woods, and then a big thank you, obviously. The company name is Dribliak, which I just found them on Etsy. I just looked up, I think it was Irish buttons or something, and they came up. I wanted some Irish buttons or Irish inspired ones because the fisherman cardigan, the fisherman's rib, is from what my research showed, was a traditional Irish knit stitch, and used in I want to say it was the Aran Islands of Ireland. But anyways, so they have these really cool, if it will focus, maybe not, I'll hold them back a little ways. There we go. They have a little Celtic knot on them. Very cool. And there are 5 of them. There we go. Now it's doing a little better. And 2 packs of them, one for my cardigan, one for Emmer's. And I obviously have not sewn these on yet, but they at least are here. So yeah, hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I will be able to get those put on. Okay, and then what else came? I was not expecting this one to come because I thought all of my beetle sock yarn had arrived, but I guess there was one more. That was it. So anyways, this is Sunday Fiber Co. Their Lonely Socks Club Yarn. I pulled this one out and I immediately knew what song it was. It's Birthday, which it's this beautiful kind of like light strawberry pink. The lighting here is atrocious. Please forgive that. And then it has some really cute, it looks like funfetti. There's like blue, yellow, and pink speckles on it. So it makes it look like a fun little birthday cake. And then the one that goes with it is this really pretty, it's like a bright, I want to say it's a bright coral color almost. It's called Can't Buy Me Love. So those two together, super cute. We love those. So this is probably, I'm going to say probably, it should be the last Sunday Fiber coat yarn. Okay, and then finally, I mentioned this a little while ago, but I got, this was kind of my birthday treat for myself from, I still have the packing slip in there and everything, Polka Dot Creek yarn, and it finally arrived. And this was to catch me back up for their yarn bouquets. I still haven't quite decided what pattern I want to do with these. Originally I wanted to do a knitting pattern, because the yarn lasts longer, but there are so many minis now that I have, and I'll keep getting more, until I make the blanket the size that I want it. I know. And so anyways, I was thinking, I was watching, what was it, Crazy Sock Lady, and she's on this mini skein subscription where they send her like, it's like 15 mini skeins a month, I think, and she was doing essentially it's the Summer Fade Hexie cardigan, or not cardigan, Summer Fade Hexie blanket, which I did for my Christmas blanket last year, and each Hexie she used was a different mini skein, and it was looking so cute. It was a different pattern, but like the hexagons looked the exact same, but it was really cute. It was really scrappy, and so that's kind of something I need to figure out, is if I do want to do crochet with these or if I want to knit with them, which I would be fine either way. Obviously this one is still a little ways off because I have technically 4 blankets on the needles. I have the Hue Loco one, which is my closest to being finished, so that's the one I'm going to do first. The Beetles one, which I'm looking at the little cube in my shelf where I put all the Beetles yarn. That one, I'm only like 4 skeins in out of, now there's like 50 that I have, so, and I got to figure out how I want to. That one's probably going to end up looking a lot more scrappy than I originally intended as well, which is fine. It's just a different look, but I will love it either way. So there's that one, and then I have my row 1 blanket, which I got really close to catching up on, and then I got really sick with you, little one. You made me really sick for a little bit. And then lastly, I have the Sweet Shop, that's what it was. I'm like, it starts with an S and it's candy, I know. But the Sweet Shop blanket, which I have almost finished the first strip of. There's like 15 other strips I need to do. I was doing really good on that one in January and February as well. And then I kind of put it off because I fell in love with the row 1 blanket. I forget what the name of that pattern. It's like the Hammersfink or something. It's a Stephen West pattern. But that one I just fell in love with, so I kind of put the Sweet Shop one off for a little bit. But anyways, those are the 4 blankets I have, and so this one's going to be a ways off, but we're still getting yarn for it because I love this yarn. It's so pretty. Excuse me. But this is the Spellbound Bouquet. Very pretty. It has a lot of like glittery ones, and then there's just a really good mixture. When I ordered this one, I did not realize that it would be this big too. But there it is. Very pretty. And then this one is the 4th anniversary. This was just a little tiny one they had on the website. Very pretty. There's some teals and pinks in there. And then there's this really fun little variegated one. I guess speckled. Has kind of all those colors in there. And then next this one is Following 2025, because they did a Following one from last year. Lots of pretty just oranges and fall autumn colors, which we love. I'm going to put all these back in the bag to keep them safe while they're in storage. It's funny, the one well, I guess there's 2 projects in that bag, but I have a giant bag it's the only yarn thing I have left in Cece's closet, but it is my polka dot crepe yarn, and there was a ton of it, so we will eventually get that started. I want to catch up on my row 1 blanket before, and then probably make a good dent in my Beetles one before I get started on this. Okay, and then the other ones, there's 2 left. This one is opening day yarn bouquet. I believe they opened up like a Calgary location in Canada. And I think this was the one they were selling that day. So there's just a ton of just really pretty tonals in there. Yeah, not any variegated, but just a lot of pretty tonals. And then the last one is the Hocus Pocus yarn bouquet. I've actually never seen Hocus Pocus. But lots of pretty, again, just fall kind of, these ones are all variegated except for it looks like a couple of them, but very, very pretty. All right, so that actually wraps it up for our yarny things that we got. It's weird because this is a lot shorter video than I'm used to doing, but that's okay. We'll have longer ones here in just a second. But yeah, I made a good dent in projects that I did not think I was going to the last couple weeks of pregnancy, which thank goodness for that, because some of them have been piling up a little bit. But yeah, anyways, I don't know when I'll make the next one, hopefully in 2 weeks, but that all depends on how I'm feeling and how little one is doing. I believe in 2 weeks is when my husband actually goes back to work, so we really will have to see about that one. But yeah. So anyways, have fun out there. Happy making. Stay safe. It's starting to get cold, and I haven't heard of snow forecast yet. I was looking at the sky to see if I could see any storm clouds. But yeah, haven't really heard of any snow being forecast. Not that I really am paying that much attention to it because we're inside all the time now. But anyways, have a good one. Stay safe out there. Take care of your family and loved ones. And we will see you when we see you next. Bye-bye.